obviously Facebook and Twitter is full of crap right now. You know what I mean? Full of crap. You know what I mean? I'm thinking to myself about how you don't really appreciate anything. I mean, you see, you don't want to try to do anybody your own favors, right? You just do what you have to do and stuff like that. But people just kind of play around your shit and be like, something like that, janky with it. And be like, that means like when you're doing bad, they make it worse. It's kind of like dips, you know what I mean? And then when you're doing good, they still try to remind you, like, they take advantage of you, stuff like that. Fucking 10K on Apple Pay. It's like, oh, let me get $20. It's like, shit. And be like, and makes messages, and all they do is just like, kind of like, put a hate streak in you, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we just want to toughen you up because, it's going to be that season and stuff like that. And like, oh, well, I've been here for one generation. I'm first generation. People been here for some odd years and stuff like that. And now, racketeering and stuff like that, puppeteering and stuff, and now all of a sudden, like, oh, whoop, you know what I mean? And no problem, you know what I mean? But, like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, it's like a lose-lose, you know what I mean? It's like kind of like a thing, like you try to help yourself out, and then you end up helping people out, and they're like, we didn't want you to help anyway. Well, I was just helping myself out, not you. You just have to get help. They can use this advantage too, stuff like that. So, whatever. Our boy's like fucking 10 minutes away. Like, nowhere to be found, right? Like, I gotta be relegated to, like, you know what I mean? Relegated, that means, like, relegated to, like, damn, man, I don't want to be found. What, it's just, like, fucking have to climb up so many flights of stairs just to get an honor? No shit like that. And I'm like, 10 minutes away now, you understand? So I'm like, oh, whatever. So, that's too late. Whatever. That's really... I was still under the weather, still am under the weather, because I lit the hearth and left the window open, and it was all fucking hella cold last night, so I was sick. And I decided, I want to strip the side kits on this, make it look better. I can't do that right now, I got other things to do. And then, so, like, made me feel better, I made me feel energized, right? And then it just so happens, you used to get X amount of dollars, right? Back maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Now they get X amount of dollars, right? So I'm satisfied. You know what I mean? Something like that. And the people that you helped, or you brought an idea into fruition that man now is in like law now, 215 law, where it's like, a trademark like that, or it's in law, like, cultivation is a thing. You don't get any royalties. You don't get any kind of, like, what is that, royalties, not the royalties, but the other word for it, if you don't want to call it royalties, you call it something else. You get cheaper weed instead of cheaper clean weed, yeah. People making stacks and stacks, like, nowhere to be found. You know what I mean? Nowhere to be found. Still in the rat race of crab mentality, like, you know what I mean? And all this stuff. So, every month is like this, though, you know what I mean? Hopefully it gets better for us, so we don't have to, like, go through mood swings and stuff like that and be like such and such. Hey, I don't go to food bank anymore. I understand bread, like, is like carbohydrate, so, don't worry about that too much. Trying to, manage the money myself like that, nucleus and stuff. Even my dogs know what money is. And a lot of people, and I introduced the idea to a lot of people, which is already an idea, but I introduced that to a lot of people. They didn't realize that when you get paid, everybody gets paid in your family. Like my dogs get paid, I get paid, my dogs get paid, and we're all in a good mood. But Twitter and Facebook was like, we want to beat you down, like feel sorry for us. Oh, isn't that cute? This is trying to make y'all, like saying like you goody two shoes and stuff like that, and take advantage of your good mood and stuff. Nobody said anything about Kapi'olani Hospital. No one said anything about Kapi'olani Hospital. No one said anything about that. I don't need to say shit like that. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like that. It's. I don't know what the term as far as. You turn around and insult anyway. She did anyway. Like, well, he's gonna give us over. No, he's just a cheap ass. You gotta do it anyway. I don't just sit around with a banner. Kapi'olani Hospital is on my fucking forehead and shit like that. I don't sit up there and do that. I don't sit up there and say people I know too or stuff like that. Or degrees of separation of people I know. I don't sit up there and do that either. Now, listen to rap music and some of the rap music I like, I'm like, damn, that shit's garbage, dude. You know what I mean? And and I'm not saying it like that because but my predisposition and my congenital condition, where it's like, oh yeah, I'll listen to it, these more of it. They won't play the good shit all the time, but you gotta stuff over and over again. You gotta expand your library or something like that. And you gotta be in the guidelines and stuff like that. I mean, we come over here to get home welfare and shit like that. So I explain this. I'm gonna be a negative spin on it because it should be cool. It should be good. Everybody in November, Halloween's coming up. You're doing what you're doing. Back when I was like 23, 24, we'd meet up in the thing, and then the friends coming out of the party or whatnot. Like, yeah, let's do something else. And then after that, Thanksgiving rolling around, you get to see all the loved ones and stuff like that. Your brothers and stuff. Whatever. So why would you put a negative spin on things? You know what I mean? Why'd you put a negative spin? Not on me. A negative spin on things and be like, well, you forget to highlight some of these things. You're so busy taking advantage of these things, you forget to highlight some of those things. People are coming together, so maybe something like y'all want to think about, not so much me, but being short all the time and stuff like that. Oh, then you get your trifecta stuff like that, like oh, you can't handle this anyway, and you can't do a show and stuff like this anyway. It's like it's not healthy. I didn't say I didn't do all that. That's I see. Why you mad about that? Your girl's digging me and stuff like that, or your girl thinks something intriguing about me or something like that. So I'm mad at me. Oh, you short though, and all this sort of shit, stuff like that. And hey, you know what? Send me a friend request, dude. Who wouldn't say that's a fine girl? Shit, right? Who wouldn't say that in the right way? So, you can't relate, you probably gay or something like that, but it doesn't matter. So, a lot of times people just, get emotional about it, and that's all I'm saying.